Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Tech Tinktronics channel where we're going to tinker and learn. Today we are going to do MS VBA Excellence Input Box Function lesson number 3. All right. So let's get the intro started. Okay. So we are at input function lesson 3. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to share the video with a friend and like the video on your way. And it all helps the algorithm. We all appreciate what you do. Sharing is caring. Also, to be sure to look into the Grocery Dynamite Basic Database Access System for your 2016 Office database system. You could get it at thegrocerydynamite.com, and you can email me info@grocerydynamite.com if you have any questions. And it also requires Microsoft Office 2016 Professional. Without further ado, let's get aboard with the lesson here. And first things first, we're going to be working with the input box. The input box function prompts user to enter a value. Upon entering the value, if the OK button is clicked or the enter button is pressed on the keyboard, the function will return the text in the text box. If the cancel button is pressed, the function will return an empty string. So that's the basic function of the input function. So this is what the syntax looks like. It would be the it would be the input box prompt, the title, default, X position, Y position, help file, context. And we're not going to use it to that full extent, but we're just going to use it like in a simple way. All you need is a prompt. The prompt is required. It's a dialog box that displays the string as a message. The maximum length of the prompt is approximately 1,024 characters. If prompt consists of more than one line, you can separate the lines by using a carriage return character, CHR13, or a line feed character, CHR10, or a carriage return line feed character combination between each line. So that's one thing that is required is the prompt. You're always going to require a prompt. The prompt is that. Now, the title is optional, and it is a string expression displayed in the title bar of the dialog box. If it's not there, it's just going to display the application name. The default is basically the default text. It's a string expression displayed default text of the dialog box. It's the default text that would be displayed in the dialog box. And it's optional as well. So almost everything at a certain point is just optional. Okay. So now we have the X position, which is optional, and it's the x-axis prompt distance from the left side of the screen horizontally. If blank, the prompt is horizontally centered. Okay. Now the Y position is the y-axis prompt distance from the left side of the screen vertically. If blank, the prompt is vertically centered. Okay. The help file is another optional thing that you could use, and it's a string expression that identifies the help file to be used to provide the context-sensitive help for the dialog box. Okay. And the context, which is also optional, is a numeric expression that identifies the help context number assigned by the help author to appropriate the help topic. If provided, a help file must also be provided. Okay. Now let us create a code to calculate the volume of a rectangle by simply multiplying the length by the width and the height. So it's going to be length times width times height. You can calculate the volume of a rectangle by volume equaling length times width times height. Is an equation that is used to calculate the volume of a rectangle. Pretty cool. All right. So before we do that, we're going to look at how we're going to go about doing it. What's the plan? And the plan is to use a function and tie it into a work page, worksheet, if you will. But it's going to simply be, we're going to be declaring the length, the width, and the height as doubles. And you may say, wait a minute, what is a double? Well, we got you covered. All right. So, what is a double? A double is a longer form of the single variable. Takes up more space, but is needed for large numbers. Date stores date values. String stores text. Can contain numbers, but will store them as text. Calculations cannot be performed on numbers stored as a string. So that's why we have to use a double here. So, without further ado, I'll get us ready to go here. All right. So, we're currently in the screen, but before we do that, it's done like this. We declare our length, our width, our height as doubles, and then we prompt for the mesh, the input box, by saying L equals input box. It's going to ask us 3 times for these numbers, 1 time for each. So we're going to find the volume by doing the calculation, and it's going to put the answer right back in here. So I'm going to Control Alt F9, and we're going to enter the lift of the unit, and then we'll enter the width, and then we'll enter the height, and then you have 10,000 units squared, units cubed, excuse me, for the units. And that's basically it in a nutshell. So this is our code here. It's a function, and we just have it run through a sheet here, and all I did was just type in that there. So that's essentially what we have going on now. All right, so basically that's how we use the input function in the Excel system. So if you are interested, we have the Grocery Dynamite Access Database 2016 system that allows you to, rate your purchases of groceries. Also, you can set priorities on what your grocery needs are, and you can keep track of all your groceries and keep a little bit of pricing information, and you can run reports and slingshot them all the way to your Google Drive as far as the high priority report, which is what you would take to the grocery market in terms of picking up what you need. So that's what we have. If you would like to get a copy of the Grocery Dynamite Database Access System, you can get one at grocerydynamite.com, info at grocerydynamite.com for information. Requires Office 2016 Professional Plus or later. And that's really it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Sharing is caring. Share the video and like the video on your way out. Thank you for watching and have a great day.